Hello and welcome. I hope you're doing all right. I am good. It is a glorious, probably too glorious for April. Where are these April showers? But yeah, it's all good. Things look nice when they're framed, don't they? Like this. I'm inside the climbing frame, if you can't tell. Just thought we'd start somewhere different for once. And yeah, food for thought with the framing of things. But anyway, let's crack on. We'll have a quick whip round. Kids have popped out for half an hour or so. Yeah, we may as well start over here and we'll have a little mosey on round and see what's happening. So we may as well start here, as good a place as any. There's the Blechnum Chilense, which had a bit of a hard life. I moved it 3 or 4 times, kept cutting all the runners off it, and it didn't seem to like it. But you can see just to the left and to the right, it's left 2 little things for me. So I'm not going to touch them. I'll just leave them, and hopefully that will colonize that area there. Or they could die. Next to it there is just a bit of red campion, just a wildflower, and I was sort of trying to think, because getting a jungle garden is a bit of a funny thing because it's all in your mind's eye, isn't it? Because when I think of a jungle garden, I think about these fantastic ones, which I'm sure if you're watching my video you'll watch theirs as well. Big sort of fronds and leaves and all that sort of thing. But I was having a look back through my pictures when I spent a month in Costa Rica, and it's just everything. There's just so much of everything. If anything, there's more little leaves than there are big leaves, but the big leaves kind of stand out, if you see what I mean. So yeah, just food for thought. So I'm sort of going down the route of few big leaf stuff, as the features, as it were, and then just anything goes, really. So yeah, I'm not too fussed about getting everything big leaved, if you see what I mean. But yeah, so little wildflowers here and there look good. Next to that is the Pilostagia verbenoides. This is looking fantastic. You can see all the new growth on it. And I think with these, because they're part of the hydrangea and of the ivy ilk, i.e. they've got aerial roots that stick to it rather than the clematis there, which is a bit more of a twiner. I've got a feeling it works along the lines of the runners, the main ones that go up, will just go up and they won't flower, but this new stuff that's coming off out towards us is the stuff that will flower. So if this was like a bit of a different situation and I went down with a hedge trimmer every year, it would never flower. I think that's the gist I get. Anyway, Scheffler next to it is just sending up some new fronds, new leaves, so that's good. Both of them are doing okay. It's looking a little bit sparse down here underneath the Scheffler. This Cyathea cooperi doesn't look like it's survived, which is a bit annoying because it was all right until that last frost, and I didn't do anything different. It just obviously maybe just pushed it over the edge, or it may have rained directly before and it froze or something like that. But that one which is over there, which funny enough is in the coil, also died off, but it sent out a couple of fronds. So yeah, I'm not saying the coils made any major difference, but you never know, it might have. So yeah, we've got a bit to think about around here. I do have a plan for this area. We'll get into it in a minute. Yeah, you can see a lot of the sort of weeds in inverted commas are growing. This is because people may remember I did a blanket of wildflower seeds all through all of this, and all through most of them. The trouble I've got is that I don't know what was here before and what I was pulling out, and B, I don't know what the seedlings look like for the stuff I want, not that I know what I want, if that makes any sense. So it's quite sort of liberating in a way, actually, because if it's not bindweed, then I'm basically leaving it, going to see what it is and see what happens, basically. So it's quite nice. The only thing I will pull out is these things here, which you'll see everywhere, are the saplings for the ash tree, which is to our left behind in like the council bit. So I will pull them up, but I don't know. They just sort of add something. Yeah, I mean, I don't particularly need to take them out. This stuff here, I think they call it cleavers. It's the sticky stuff. It's on my list as a caterpillar food plant, so we'll leave that in there. I think that was here before. Lophosauria has sent out this new frond this year. So that's good. I think we've got maybe another one coming up as well somewhere, but it looks like the major part of the crown, which is down there, isn't doing a lot, but this sort of offshoot is doing okay. So we'll leave that. Hopefully it'll like it down there. The Dixonia there is doing okay. It sent out new more. The Himalayan maidenhair fern underneath it there, just tipping over the edge, is going quite well, spreading slowly but surely. And then this Pilostagia is looking a lot better this year. It's probably because it's not under a fatsia, so it's getting some light. So hopefully that'll bush out. Don't know what this thing is growing up the fence. It was there last year. I just left it. I mean, like I said, more the merrier is my route that I'm going these days. The fig tree is starting to leaf up nicely. You can see that I've been strapping branches out to try and pull the sort of canopy out. We'll see what happens with that. I have no idea what I'm doing really, but yeah, hopefully it will make it a bit more of a massive canopy and I can lob it off the top and not lose too much. And also this, if all else fails, is quite straight, that, so it'll make a really good stick. So yeah, moving on round the Hydrangea Samania, the rat holes, I haven't covered them up yet. It's only because I haven't seen any slugs or snail damage yet. So the rats might be doing a job, because I found those empty snail shells. So I'll leave that until a lot of the stuff's sort of flushed, and then I'll cover them up again, I think. Yeah, the Fatsia, since my pruning on it, it's not looking amazing. The top lot has completely like burnt off, and I think this is the thing with the Fatsias, is like they are good, they do look jungly, but I don't think you can have them like just out in the open, because A, the grow points do get frosted off, and B, they also get burnt off by direct light. So if it's in deep shade or got a bit of cover in it at least, then I think they'll do a lot better, look a lot better. But yeah, for now, you know, that's okay. It's nice, fills a gap, as it were. Moving on round here, this Scheffler is way ahead of the rest of them because it's sending out its new one. That one was only put in last year, so he's looking good at the moment. This Dixonia at the back, the small 1 footer, it's just sent out a new frond there at the back. I think there's one coming up there as well, so he's just flushed this last week. Cyathea sent out this lovely frond. There's something about the Cyathea fronds. The Dixonia fronds are definitely a bit more paddle shaped, whereas these are a bit more diamond shaped. It's taken a dig from the football and the kids grabbing it, so that's why it's not in perfect form. But to have one of these out in April is good by my book. We've also got another one coming straight up towards us as well, and I think the one after that, which is going to go up towards the back there, has just started coming out as well. Another good star of the show. Oh yeah, I filled this gap down here. Sorry, the light's really awkward now because it's low and really bright, so I've done this the wrong way around, but hopefully you can see what's going on. I bought a little Dixonia Antarctica, just to chuck in that corner because the fern that was there didn't recover. And then yeah, the Hydrangea Samania is doing really, really well now. I was a bit worried about it. It looked like it was not able to use the water and was getting waterlogged. Like I said on the last video, if it was in a pot, I would have said I'd overwater it because of the browning and black edges on the leaves, but it seems to have recovered, going up really well. We've got some offshoots coming off it. So yeah, long may that one continue. Over here, the only new addition we've got is my Football Defender 3000, as you can see by my rough work. And that's, you know, I don't want it all being perfect. I want to look like it's in the middle of a jungle. So although the top bit is definitely new wood, that bottom bit just with tied up bamboo, I think looks quite good. I do cringe every time the kid plays football out here though, because although it's doing a great job, I reckon I've not seen one go into the Cyathea yet. But it's probably only a matter of time before one does. So what I might do is get some 6-foot bamboo, and sort of where those bottom ones, the vertical ones, go up, is drill a hole through the shelf, as I'm going to call it, and then just drop them in, and then that'll just give me like long bars going across there. And then I was going to run, because it's a bit bare, this fence here, I was going to get a Clematis or a Mandii like the others and just chuck it in there's a Himalayan maidenhair down there somewhere, which isn't looking too great. The only other thing in here is this terrace umbracia. This is the other thing. It looks quite. The plant itself is the other side of the bamboo, but because the fronds are all coming through, it looks quite good. We've got this Fatsia spider's web down there, which hasn't been knocked over or beaten off yet, so that's good. The only trouble is, with all the good, there's some bad. Because the football keeps gathering in that corner, the kid just walked straight over that fern. It was looking really good. That's a Korean rock fern. It was looking really good until it started getting stood on. So, yeah, one of them. You may be asking why this hole is cut out of that bit there. That's so hopefully this bit of hydrangea will hopefully grow up through it. And come around the front of it, so that could look quite good. And I was also thinking, I've got these two cyathias which I've potted up over there, the ones on the bench. I was thinking I could probably get one of them and maybe multi-tool out a hole on that and actually sink the pot into that at the end there, and that could be quite good. And then if I do something mirrored up on the other side, I could do the same there. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Over here, Tracheospermum Jasminoides doing all right. I've taken the pot off where this, sorry, I'll get over a bit. Give me shadow out of the way. I've taken the pot off where this honeysuckle passion flower was, like that one. The wood's okay. I've knocked off all the like dead bits of wood that was rotten, so it's pretty solid. But because of the postcrete holding that in, I'm not going to be able to really get anything in the ground. And even if I did, it's highly likely that it's going to get footballized, because as you can see, I've chalked up a little goal for him over there with the little monkey goalkeeper. So thinking about putting a Clematis armandii over where the Tracheospermum is and just train it across here and then let it fall down here, if you see what I mean. The only other thing I can think of is maybe get some ivy, because ivy's obviously really good for wildlife for a start. It's really thick matted, so there is an element of jungly to it, and it can't really run anywhere there because there's nowhere for it to run that I can't see, so no plants to smother, and it's tough as old boots, so it should colonize that. I've actually got a bit of ivy coming in over here, so I'm going to let that one in the corner that's coming up just try and cover that bit if it can. Yeah, and so over here, yeah, like I said, the two little cyathias, I had Medullaris on the left and the Highland Lace on the right. They're just there out of the way. And then you'll see at the back there, two giant honeysuckle cuttings. So I had 10 of them. Two dried off straight away, which left 8. They all actually survived the winter. And then last week, I just saw loads of ants all over the side where they were, which is up in the only south-facing window I've got, which is up there. There was ants everywhere, and then after taking all the things out, one of the pots had ants in it. So I've got 5 of them left because 3 of them were completely infested with the ants, and I tried to pot them up, but they died off pretty quickly. So we've got 5 left. These 2 are from the pot that had the ants nest in, and then the other 3 are upstairs, still in that window, doing quite well. So yeah, we'll see how they go. I may give 1 or 2 of them away in a competition when I do the waterfall. Speaking of the waterfall, Easter has come and gone, and I haven't started it yet. It's just one of those things where I need to have everything here and then time to like do it all in one. And yeah, people know better than me about having no time when you've got kids. So yeah, that's that. Moving on around here, this passion flower snow cream, which will come out at the end of the year. I was a bit worried about it, but I've given it a trim and we've got loads of new growth, and I mean serious amounts of it. Everywhere's got new growth, and this is quite good because this old one over here, which died off, can act as a bit of a scaffold for it to climb through. And there's also, it's already up there, so the stuff that's coming down hasn't got any new growth on it, but all the stuff at the top has. So hopefully it can climb up over these wider wires and do what it was planned to do. It's really good for the bumblebees, that they love it, and it flowers really long, so that's good. Over here, this Dixonia Antarctica, as you can see, is going absolutely crazy. Really loves it there. So that's southwest facing dappled light there because of the pergola. So that's pretty good. Otherwise, in there, we're all doing pretty good. Tetrapanax just started throwing out some leaves. The honeysuckle at the back in the corner is doing well. You can see the other Dixonia frond coming up. And then the one plant that's doing the best, apart from the Willemmy pine, I would say, is this Terrace umbrosa, which is behind that no one can see it, but you can see all the new growth coming through. So that's pretty good. Over here, I had a little bit of a rethink of this area here. Honeysuckle's doing all right, by the way, just in case you were wondering about that. And the Clematis armandii has gone into sort of looking back as a foliage plant now rather than the flowers. But yeah, it's a bit bare underneath, and these because they're both like twiners, they kind of grow in a V shape, as in like a single shoot comes up and then they really spread out as they get upwards, whereas things like the Pilostagia and the Hydrangea samanii seem to fill out from the bottom and then go to a sort of peak at the top. So my plan is behind the sago palm, right on the corner of the wall, because there's a Tracheospermum jasminoides in there, I'm going to get another one and just put it in there, so hopefully that can climb up that and fill that area out. And then I'm going to hopefully get another Pilostagia verbanoides and take this monkey puzzle out. I've just put it in there just because I didn't like the looking at the pots. I've actually put it in the ground there. So I'll take that out, put a Pilostagia in that area, and that should hopefully, like I said, spread out at the bottom and come towards us a bit because it's a bit more shrubby and woody, and then thin out as it goes to the top. And that could look quite nice with 4 sort of fairly evergreen climbers in there. Yeah, so that's good. Over here, I've got a nice little effect going on here. We've got this hare's foot fern in there, which you can just see, and there's also got this wild geranium, I think it's called Herb Robert, but it's everywhere, really shallow rooted. But yeah, it gives a really nice effect. There's almost there's a twinkle of fern in it about that. I don't know what it is, but it's probably just the way it's hanging over the top. But yeah, it's good. Little flowers on it, and like I said, I'm at a sort of thing to leave everything. In other news, the clematises yesterday have just touched each other, so that's good. These two have come together, so hopefully that will fill all of that lot out. Sorry, my camera work today is awful. You can tell it's been a while since I've done this. And then it's just, it all fell down there. I did have it just hooked up over this bit, but it all fell down in the wind. So I've just given that a helping hand and tied up. It's just about to bite that. And if I can get this other one, which is sort of behind it, which you can't really see, to hook onto that other wire, hopefully they can find their way to the climbing frame. One of those honeysuckle cuttings I may chuck in behind that shop front and let it just go over that, I think, or a clematis maybe. Yeah, like I mentioned a minute ago, Willemmy's doing really well. Looks like he's ready to burst. In fact, yep, there he is. He's just started going, so that's good. This Lophosaurus, I was a bit worried about it because it went a bit, but you can see they've gone a bit brown and that. But yeah, you know, there's a new frond directly underneath that one. There's a new frond there. There's a new one at the back. So yeah, he's going some now. I'm happy with that. Tetrapanax looking good. Got a ragged robin in there. That's pretty good. Dropped its Wallichiana there with the black stipes, so similar to the Atrata, which has come back to life there. And yeah, the clematis. So I've got the canna over there as well, which is, you can see, just going. Need someone to fill that area out. You can just see the Pilostagia. I've just tucked one of the branches across from the right just above the irrigation there. Hopefully that will sprout upwards and cover that area for a bit of evergreen stuff now. The Norfolk Island pine is doing okay. It's in a pot. I was still umming and ahhing about putting that in the ground. Cowslip's looking good. Yeah, it's all looking good. The banana got footballed, so it took the top off that, so that's just coming back now. The major worry is this fibrosa. Really, at the moment, because it should be covered for the most part when this buddleia gets up, when this bamboo sort of spreads out, it should be in the shade. At the moment, though, when the sun, sorry, I'm going to ruin it. When the sun comes past that tree on the right, just for an hour, about 3, 4 o'clock, because the sun's still low, even though we're only 2 months away from the longest day, it is getting direct sun, and that's probably a bit hot for it. It's also been destroyed by the football. Two fronds have tried to come up and they've both been snapped off by the football. It looks like it's okay, as in it hasn't given up the ghost yet. Oh, no, you can't really judge it from what you can see. But yeah, so I may move that fibrosa and chuck him in that back corner along with this Scheffler that's in the pot down there that I'm just waiting till. I'm not going to make the mistake I've made with other Schefflers though, which is shove them in the ground in spring. I'm going to wait for that flush to finish, as you can see, wait for it to harden off, the leaves go a bit glossy, and then shove them in, I think, and then do it that way rather than let the slugs eat it, although the rats are doing a good job of that. So it sounds horrible, doesn't it? But there we go. So yeah, in which case I've been dying to buy one of them spotted laurels, the Okubas. I think that could be a good spot for one of them there. And yeah, I've taken the feeders down a couple of weeks ago. Just I want the rats to come in still at the moment, but realise that there's no food being put out. Then I'll cover them holes, and maybe they might not be inclined to try and break their way back in. But yeah, other than that, we've got this landslide going on here with the black grass. I bought a few more bits of it, so I'll carry on with that. Hopefully they'll sort of spread along that, and that look quite good, and just dash it with wildflowers. I did seed it. I don't know if anything's... Oh yeah, there we go. Needs rain really, but yeah, there's seed there. One coming up there. One coming up over there. So yeah, it's all starting to come up. Let's have a look at the wildflowers, see if anything's coming up over here actually. Now we've got something under there coming up. Couple of little bits there. Oh yeah, there they all are. Yeah, so, yeah, I could have opened the gates of hell on that, but we'll probably find out in the next one. I think as soon as we get another bit of rain, which isn't actually due for another I think 10 days or so, not weekend come in as in 3 days time, but the one after that I think is when it's going to rain. So I do have another batch of seeds, and what I'm going to do, because what I was thinking is that whenever you read about wildflowers, it always says they like poor soil, and my soil is really rich, so I don't know what's going to grow. However, because you see them growing out of cracks and pavements all the time, that bark looks like low nutrients, so I might give that a big like dusting of wildflowers seeds, and also do the cracks in the patio area here. And then what should hopefully happen in my mind is loads of wildflowers, poppies, oxeye daisy, and whatever likes to grow in cracks will come up. And because I'm not amazingly fussed about them, people can just walk around and we'll get the lines of desire. So for example, if this all came up in a field of poppies and wildflowers, for imagine, all this here, this main walkway across the center isn't going to have anything in because they just get stood on, but no one actually walks right next to this thing, the wood, if you see what I mean. So it could just be that it all edges out in wildflowers and they stay because no one walks on them, if you see what I mean. But yeah, we'll see how we do with that. That's just me strategizing. Yeah, so really, because it's been so hot, that's given me the inkling to sort out the irrigation. I've got one loop which is spray irrigation. You can see it strapped to the top of there. That's just going to spray over all the tree ferns, and then I've got a dripping run as well. So I just need to go through, sort them all out, do a bit of experimentation as to how long it takes to get half a watering can on a plant at half rate or whatever, and then I can do some maths, and then hopefully, because a lot of the plants are settled now, I can know what that is and set them accordingly. But we'll get into that another time. So for now, hope you're enjoying all this lovely weather we're having. Hopefully we'll get a bit of rain. I think I'm going to have to water all these tree ferns now. Yeah, happy days. See you next time. Thanks for watching.